Hi, I'm Willie.
And hey, I'm John.
And we are the hosts of Grow, Cook, Eat.
So welcome back. I think today we're doing radishes, yeah?
Yep, radishes.
So what's so great about them?
Well, they're delicious, of course, and we're making tartines, and we're going to use both the roots and the leaves.
Well, I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay. I love radishes because you get to eat the whole plant. The roots, the leaves, the flowers, and the seed pods are all delicious, and they're super easy to grow. So I'm just gonna make a line in the soil and then drop the seed in, and I'm just spacing it out as evenly as I can. And then because the seed is small, I just like to take some fine soil, you could use potting soil as well, and then just sift a really light layer right over the top. And water them in. Don't use the hose. The hose will wash the seed into one big clump. They're also really easy to harvest. You'll start to see when the radishes are ready to harvest, they'll push their little shoulders up out of the ground. At this stage, they're super vulnerable to slug damage. So you might want to consider using a slug bait like Sluggo, but you just give them a jiggle and pull them out. You can see here, this one was growing right next to the other one, and it doesn't have any roots at all, and it's probably because I didn't thin it out enough, so there wasn't room for this plant to develop a big root. So thinning is important when you're growing. After they sprout, you want to go back through with scissors, remove every other plant or as many plants as you need to give each plant about an inch of space on either side. To harvest radishes, just grasp them at their base and give them a little jiggle and then pull them straight out. So I'm just going to harvest a few more and then head inside to make dinner.
All right, so I'm going to wash the radish greens, and I've got my favorite colander here. Just going to give them a quick rinse, and before you do, you can pick out any weeds or just sort of mangy pieces that you don't feel like cooking or eating, and then just set them up and chop them to your desired size. All right, I'll drop them right back down into the colander and move on to the bread. And I've got my sesame bread today. You know, just your standard bread slices. All right, so there's 2 of us. So I've got 4 good slices here. I'm just gonna set those right here on the broiling pan.
I'm gonna start making the cheese for the tartines. And I'm gonna take a ½ cup of ricotta cheese and just put it into a small mixing bowl. I've got 4 radishes here that were chopped up, and I'm gonna add them into the bowl along with the cheese. 2 tablespoons of chopped parsley, 1 minced clove of garlic, and then 2 scallions, just the white and light green parts. So those all go into the bowl, and then you're just gonna smush it all together with a spoon. Then you're just gonna take the cheese and divide it evenly between each of the 4 slices of bread. Okay, once you've got the cheese on the bread, then it's just gonna go into the oven. I've preheated the broiler, and we're just gonna put it in the middle of the oven, not right underneath the broiler because it'll burn. So while the bread's toasting, I'm gonna make the greens real fast. Just turn the burner on to medium-high, and in a large pan, add in 2 teaspoons of oil. So as soon as the oil starts to shimmer, you want to add in the radish greens. And the reason why we're cooking them is they have kind of a Velcro, unpleasant texture when they're raw. And it's good if they have a little bit of water still clinging to the leaves. So once they're in the pan, toss them around. I'm going to check on the toast just in time. Pull these guys out, and we'll just finish cooking up the greens here. I'm going to turn off the heat and then just divide the greens between the radish toasts. So the tartines, I think, are pretty fun.
Yeah.
They're just easy too. They cook up so fast. They're good for lunch or dinner.
And we got radishes and radish greens.
Yep.
All in the same recipe?
Yep.
You're some kind of genius.
Thank you. A tartine is basically just an open-faced sandwich, and they're super flexible. So if you don't like ricotta, you could use cream cheese, you could use goat cheese instead. You could use any type of green. So arugula, spinach, beet greens, turnip greens, they would all be great. They're just a really quick and easy thing to make, and we eat them all the time.
All right, so that was radishes, huh?
Yeah, they're good. I like that you can eat the whole plant. That's my favorite thing about them.
They were darn tasty, I gotta say.
Yeah, they were great. We hope that you'll tune in for the rest of the season. We're gonna be growing a lot of great stuff.
And we really like your comments and feedback online, so keep that coming as well.
Yep, on Facebook we'll be putting up the videos and also pictures of the garden as it grows and lots of cooking tips and recipes too. So tune back in.